Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video here, I'll be covering who should you level 70 first. So previously I covered the level 70 guide. Is at the anniversary, which is 2 months ago, and it is like outdated, right? Because there's some Esper changes, there's some new Esper here. So I will update the list here. So this list here is follow up from the previous list. So I'm gonna do some changes and we will see what is the final changes now. Alright, so we have the new Esper here. I put it at the bottom here. So we have Pinda. After Pinda we have Maria, and then we have Ryota and also Tetsuya as well. Oh, also Utu as well. So I don't have the Utu avatar, so I just use the profile, like the sprite itself, to make the avatar. Alright, so we will, before we update the new Esper, I'm going through with the current priority first. So I think the highest priority here still remains their own value. Probably I will pull Raven down, because Raven is not really that used compared to the other highest priority now. And then for PvP one, we have like Jiang Jiuli here, Moriyama, like Lapis here as well. They also fit in very well to the highest priority. Okay, probably Zihe can lower down as well. Then I think everything here still fits into the highest priority. Then for the second priority here, let me go through. Nathaniel, Armir, we have Nora, all these kind of Esper, they still have their own value within their own position. Okay, Seek here I will push up to the highest priority, because after since the Seek patch, we tested a lot of teams. Seek's value is actually higher than we thought. So overall, Seek level 70 actually plays in a very important role and actually able to do a lot of DPS in PvE and also for PvP content as well. Then for the decent pick here, Yukine will definitely go up to second priority for PvP wise, no longer just decent pick. All thanks to Maria, Yukine value actually went up because level 70 makes Yukine a lot more tankier and also more HP, basically more Blizzard warning damage. Then the decent pick other part here, okay, I will say Taver will go down by 1 tier, and then Metajo will go down by 1 tier. Yunchuan here will still remain, Ollie, Brewster, I think the rest of the Esper here still remains as a decent pick. Then for the if you want here, I will put Mavis up to a decent pick. So if you want to pair Mavis with Pinda, Mavis actually plays a very important role when the moment you went to level 70, then Mavis can bring in a lot of value. Because of her tankiness, she can be able to survive and actually tank down damage in PvP. Like PvP, she's one of the godly meta team now, but PvE there's no usage for her sadly. So because the other Esper here, they are like actually able to compete in PvE and PvP both content, but for Mavis currently I would say it's decent pick. Probably can argue to go up to second priority. Yeah, probably put up a second priority instead for a decent pick, because she's really meta when you have a level 70 Mavis and combined with Chuyao and Pinda, is basically one of the best team you can actually have in the game. Okay, then the other Esper here, Javid will definitely go up to decent pick now instead of if you want, because after the buff from Javid is actually doing a lot of damage, but not until like super important you need to actually go for. Like if let's say if we compare to other PvP Esper here, right? For example, Wuyu, Iki, they have more value than Javid. But if we compare with Mingshaw and Javid, like burst damage wise, Mingshaw still have higher value. For example, for the joint forces and also for the abyssal trial, all these things, Mingshaw have a higher value as well. So if we compete with other role here, I think Javid is not able to compete with them instead of priority unless you really like Javid. But overall, Javid actually went up for 1 tier, because it's actually very strong now. Okay, then the other Esper here, I think they still remain their own tier, nothing too much changes. Then for the Na tier, yeah, I don't think there's any changes for this part as well, for in terms of level 70. Alright, so after that we'll go through with the new Esper. So the first one is going to be Pinda. So Pinda here I will go up to second priority. Mostly for level 70 Pinda here is because she's able to tank or absorb more damage for you, because the more HP he have, the more damage she can able to absorb for you, unless you're actually combining Pinda and Mavis. Then Pinda level doesn't matter, because even Pinda go to 1 HP, he's still able to tank down the damage thanks to the Griefless. So other than Pinda Mavis combination, so if you pair Pinda with Tyrell, if you pair Pinda with Suizai for example, then all these things here you need Pinda HP to actually high enough to absorb the damage. So Pinda here I will say second priority, but not until the highest priority. Then for Maria here, I will go for second priority as well. It's basically one of the best healer in the game now. And freeze Esper's core unit. If you want to play Ukraine, then you need Maria. And a lot of combination you can actually pair Maria in as well. Is actually doing a very good job for a lot of synergize. Probably can go for highest priority as well, but overall I will say second priority is not that important, just that Maria can able to proc more healing in your team if you really need the healer, and her healers is actually massive amount. So I will put Maria at the second priority. Then for the Tetsuya here, I will put at the highest priority. Why I will put highest priority is because Tetsuya is actually one of the best team in Shadow Glow, and also Shadow Gale, and also Dark Starlord. And also in PvP, it actually performed very well, because as long as you target the position nicely, he's one of the best aggressive team in the game. It's not good for defensive team, because player can just counter your Tetsuya easily just by pairing a tanky unit or Meta Ira there, and Tetsuya can't kill Meta Ira in the corresponding position. So not good in defensive, but very strong in aggressive, and the level 70 here will help Tetsuya to actually do more damage. So you can think Tetsuya of Moriyama, but just work differently, like in terms of synergize or this thing. Okay, then for Ryota, I will say is let me think. Ryota probably a decent pick or second priority somewhere here. But I will put Ryota at decent pick because he kind of have the value like Chuyao, which is providing speed leader. And then if you're pairing like Ryota plus Tetsuya in the team, probably you can consider that Ryota go to level 70 just for higher speed amount and also more healing provided. But overall, Ryota doesn't need that much of a stats, basically just there to help giving the buff and also provide the speed leader buff. So I will say it's decent pick instead of second priority. It doesn't bring too much of a value other than the speed leader buff. Then for Tyrael here, right? Tyrael is a pretty hard Esper to rate. Like technically, you want to put Tyrael at the highest priority, because if Tyrael is R6, okay, keep note, Tyrael's situation is special. It have to be R6, and it's very hard to actually get Tyrael's reso. And then if you're really able to get Tyrael R6, then she will be a massive DPS controller in PvP content. She doesn't shine too much in PvE at the moment when I'm testing currently. She doesn't shine too much at the moment, but in terms of PvP, right, you really want Tyrael to be level 70 to get a massive amount of HP stats, to let her every time you get a co-op, then she poke you. Alright, so for Tyrael case, it's very optional, depends on the reso and depends on the content you play. But if you definitely want to play Tyrael and you have Tyrael at high reso, I will say Tyrael actually worth the high level to actually get stats. Okay, not to mention Tyrael like combination with Pinda, it will make even better as well. But overall for now, I will say Tyrael is still worth the highest priority, but depends on what reso you have. If you have high reso, then Tyrael value will go up, or else it won't be this high. So I think that's all for the tier list for now, like in terms of priority. And if you have been playing the game since the first level 70 patch until now, you should have a decent amount of level mon to actually level up now. Alright, so let me show you my own level 70 choices as well. Alright, so currently in game here, one more thing I want to cover is when you come to Plaza, right, and you come to resources now, we just noticed that this reset extra coin now, monthly limit is actually 5 now instead 1. So for players who actually want to reset their Esper more frequently and change their level mon for the other Esper, it's actually more easier now, just that you have to spend 3000 Nexus Crystal per reset. So you can actually technically buy 5 in a month, but you won't actually do that unless you actually reset a lot and test a lot of things, or else it's not worth it to buy, right? But if you really want to reset, there's actually 5 attempts per month now, which is actually pretty good for you to decide who you want to level 70. So currently my level 71 I have is Valerian. Valeria, I'm actually using her for my Shadow Fire, one of the best DPS you can have for Shadow Fire at the moment. Then I'm using Mavis here because I'm exploiting Mavis, Pinda, Chuyao combination in PvP content. Very brain dead and very high win rate. So I went for level 70 Mavis, so you can actually put the Spirit Aegis buff on Mavis to actually tank down enemies damage who can crit. Then I went for Artiar level 70 is because I use Artiar level 70 for like joint forces content and also for speedrun bosses. Alright, so Artiar level 70 is needed for speedrunning bosses because of his unique passive to actually pew pew. Then for Slon here, one of the best DPS in the game and also used in Falsetto Fantasy and also for Chrono speedrun, and also if you don't want to go for Valeria, then the other DPS choice is Slon. Okay, but I'm using Slon for Falsetto Fantasy and also for Chronos. And then Elif, obviously Elif the best DPS in the game. You want Elif to be level 70 to actually do a lot of damage to the all PvE content. Basically every single PvE content when you can use Elif, so level 70 is needed. Same for Lapis. Lapis is one of the best DPS in the game as well if you have Unas to combination with Lapis. And Lapis here mainly used in a lot of DPS, like in terms of Shadow bosses, Lapis is one of the best one, and Shadow Glow as well. And also for Falsetto Fantasy, so I have Lapis for level 70. Then I have Sig here as level 70 as one of the best sub DPS in the game and also burst DPS as well. So level 70 Sig. Then I have Tesla level 70 because one of the best DPS for Shadow Guild and also Glow and also in Dark Starlord. So I went for Tesla level 70. Then for Meta Ira here, technically you don't need Meta Ira to be level 70, just that I also use Meta Ira plus Sig combination in PvP, so I also went for Meta Ira level 70. So I currently have another 5 level mon from the current patch. I'm still considering if I should actually went for Tyrael to do level 70 Tyrael R6 and some Divinate Showcase. Probably I would do that for Tyrael just to try her out. When max potential wise, can you actually out DPS the other DPS in the game when you have like level 70 Tyrael and high Divinate? I might actually do that. If I don't like it, then I can just reset and try other Esper. So for now, these are my current level 70 Esper, and every Esper here, the level 70 have their own specific usage to cover like PvP and also PvE as well. Right, you can feel free to comment down what you guys think about it and which part you disagree with the tier list and what level 70 you are actually having currently as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Trencan, thank you so much for your support. And for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwaltz, Rimu, Chani, Antonio Winterspoon, First Law, D&D, thank you so much for your support, and special thanks to the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ Riggs, thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest tag. Thank you so much for Code Wardeners, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Chani. Thank you so much for your support.